Hello, good morning all my dear students. Today this is our second lecture, lecture number second for the same topic that we have discussed earlier in the first chapter. That is what agriculture management. So here again I am going to continue the series with the preparation of soil. If you have remembered, last time we have discussed agriculture practices. And if we talk about the agriculture practices, there are so many activities that is done by farmer in a particular sequence for the better production of the crop. Right now, see, first step is our preparation of soil. I have written here preparation of soil. What is the meaning of preparation of soil? Preparation of soil means what? We have to prepare the soil in such a way that it will support the germination of the seeds. Why? Because whenever we will finish this particular work, means we will prepare our soil, so definitely we will sow our seeds, we will grow our seeds. So this is the first step of the agriculture activities. It is one of the most important activities of the agriculture practices. And what are the things which is included here, and what kind of the activities that we have to do in the preparation of soil. So here first point is coming plugging. Plugging. We all are very much familiar with this particular word, plugging. What is plugging? Plugging is what I have written in the short form, the process of loosening and turning of the soil. These two words are again important. What is the plugging? The process of loosening. Loosening means what? We have to lose the soil particles. Initially what happens? The soil particles are very much hard. So what we have to do? We have to lose the soil. And turning. Turning means digging the soil particles. Turning means digging the soil particles, breaking the soil particles into the small pieces, and loosening means we have to make them loose. So this is known as plugging. What is plugging? Very easy. The process of loosening the soil particles and turning of the soil particles here and there, either with the help of the plug, either with the help of the cultivator. So it is known as plugging. We know it. Okay. So how the plugging is done? Plugging is done by the two methods. First is our plug. Plug means what? Hull. Already we have seen in so many movies too. What is the plug? So plug is, what is plug right now? Plug is a metal or wooden device. Plug is a metal or wooden device. And how it works, you can see I am just making the rough diagram. Sometimes you have seen that this kind of the arrangement. Okay. So this is what? This is the simple diagram of the plug. How? In the plug, it is a very traditional method, very much old method. Right now it is not in use, but somewhere in the villages side it is used. Why it is not in use? Because it is very time consuming method. It is not very much sufficient method. It does not give us the better result which is given by the cultivator. And that's why it is when we are working for the large field, it is not used. So what is plug? Plug is a metal and wooden device. And what kind of the arrangement is there? Actually, it is such kind of the thing wherever one plug share is there. Plug share, and this plug share, it is tied on the necks of the, either you can say buffaloes, either you can say oxen. So some pair of oxen we have to arrange, pair of buffaloes we have to arrange, and that plug share is tied with the help of the big threads. And after that, this is known as the plug base. You can say this is plug base and this is plug share. No problem. One big, you can say wooden log of wooden piece will be there, and finally one sharpened edges will be there. One sharper edge will be there, and that sharper edge goes inside the soil. And slowly buffaloes are moving. Slowly one person will be there who will handle this particular arrangement, and slowly with the help of the sharper metal edges, all the field must be totally plugged. And how it is done? It is done by loosening of the turning of the soil. Same thing. But right now it is done in the machinery. Second method is the machinery plug. What is the machinery plug? What is the modern method? This is the modern method, machinery plug. What is there in the machinery plug? It is done by the cultivator. It is done by the cultivator and run through the tractor. This kind of the arrangement we have seen so many times. You have seen generally the bigger field, they must be plugged by the tractor and not by the tractor. Actually that cultivator, it is attached with the tractor. If I have to draw the rough diagram of cultivator, you can see it is like that. This kind of the arrangement will be there and so many these kind of the things are there. These are the sharper edges. These are made from the metal blocks, and these are very much sharper edges. This kind of the arrangements may be there. You can see I have drawn it roughly, and this arrangement is directly attached with the tractor. So if this is known as cultivator, this is known as cultivator, and if this cultivator is attached with the tractor, so tractor is moving fastly. So with the help of so many metal blocks, what is the advantage here? You can see in the plug only one sharper edge is there, but here you can see so many sharper edges are there. And because it is a machine, because it is driven by the tractor, so it is very fast method. Here we can save our labor, here we can save our time. It will take only few hours to plug the whole field, and rather than in the old method it will take so many days, and that's why it is very sufficient method. No problem. Next is the importance of plugging. Sometimes the question may be asked in the different way. What is the importance of plugging? What is the benefit of plugging? So many benefits are there. First is it provides the space to the roots for breathing. We all are knowing that, students, we all are knowing that what is our basic requirement? Provide the space to the roots. Why? Because the roots have to respire. Respiration means exchange of the gases. So it provides space to the roots for the proper breathing, and until unless the roots will not if the breathing will be not proper for the roots, so it will be very difficult task for the seed to germinate. Next is the moisture level. Moisture level. When we plug the field, so what happens? It digs the soil particles, and what kind of the moisture are present in the deeper area, it comes on the upper side. Second is the growth of the useful microorganisms. When we talk about the microorganisms, one word comes in our mind, that is earthworm. Earthworm. We all have seen earthworm. It is known as Quechua. So what happens when we dig the soil with the help of the plug? So it supports the growth of the useful microorganisms. And because of this earthworm, they are known as. We are talking about the growth of useful microorganisms. So what is the meaning of it? When we plug the field, so what happens? So many earthworms which are present in the deeper area of the soil, they come from the upper soil, and these are known as the friend of farmers. Why? Because these earthworms, they give some kind of the nutrients to the roots of our plant. And what is the role of them? They provide humus to the soil, and that humus, it is very much important for the growth of our plants. Next is the removal of unwanted weeds. Unwanted, that we don't want. Weeds means useless plants. Some kind of the useless plants, you can say grass. So many examples of the weeds also we will discuss here. So for these four things, provide space to the roots, for containing the moisture level, for the growth of the useful microorganisms like earthworms, and for the removal of the unwanted seeds. That these all four are the importance of the plugging, benefits of the plugging. Okay, which is important for the growth of the plant. Next thing which is coming under the preparation of soil, that is the leveling. What happens? See, when we plug the field, so what happens? There may be some ups and downs. There may be some ups and downs, and there may be so many big soil particles. When we plug the field, so you can see one big soil particles will be there. So what is our main task? Our main task is the broken down the bigger soil particles into the smaller particles. particles. So this broken down of the bigger soil particles into the smaller particles, and actually the field is uneven, it is not flat, and what we want the flat line. So crushing the big soil particles into the smaller particles and making the ground level, that is, this particular process is called leveling, and actually it is done by the leveler. Either this leveler is made from the wood particles, either it may be the wooden leveler, either it may be the metal leveler, nothing is it. What we have to do, we have to press, we have to actually press the what? Bigger soil particles, so that the land must be very much leveled, and that will be good for the production of our crops. So these two things are there, only the leveling, lugging, what are the methods, what are the importance, that we have discussed so far. So this is all about the preparation of the soil. So here our first step of the agriculture is going to be finished. Our next step, our second step, here you can see I have written sowing of the seed. In the previous class also I have discussed about the sowing of the seeds. So see what is there? Sowing. Sowing is growing. What is the definition of sowing? Putting the seeds inside the soil. Putting the seeds inside the soil, that particular process is known as sowing. What is sowing? The process by which some good quality seeds, they are kept under the soil by any kind of the method. It is known as sowing of the seeds. Before sowing of the seeds, some precautions are also there which we have to take care, which we have to mind. Otherwise, what kind of the production that we are expecting from the field, it is not going to be fulfilled. Right now, see what kind of the precautions we have to take before sowing the seed. First is the good quality seeds. Selection of the seeds, you can say. So it is very important for a farmer to select some good quality seeds. Generally, what happens if we are not going to select some good quality seeds? So our first step is going to be wrong. If the seeds is not of the quality level, how it will germinate, how it will increase our production. So we have to select some good variety of the seeds. Next is the land contain moisture. Means until unless moisture is not there in the land, it is not plugged properly. Otherwise we are not giving some kind of the water to the plant. So it is not good for the germination of the seed. Third is the spacing for the all seeds. See, spacing means what? A common distance should be present between the all seeds. Until unless if we are not providing the proper spacing for all the seeds, what will happen? There will be the good competition in between the all seeds. For what? They want air, they want water, they want sunlight. All the seeds, these three things, either it is the air, either it is the water, either it is the sunlight, it should be present sufficiently for all the seeds. And if this condition is not fulfilled or satisfied, so somewhere some plants will grow, but some plants will die. So for these three things, three precautions we have to take care. What are these? Some good quality seeds we have to select. After that, land contain moisture. After that, there should be the proper spacing for all the seeds. Right now we are going to discuss about the methods of sowing. Methods of sowing seeds. Means what kind of the methods for sowing the seeds are available here for us. So first is the manual method. First is the manual method. What is meaning by the manual? Manual means which is done by the human being. So this is very old technique. This is only old, you can say, and very traditional technique which is used in the past time. But right now it is not used. Why? Because it affects the production of our crop. So what we have to do in the manual method? In the manual method, see what happens. We take some kind of the pot and we put there large amount of the seeds, and with the help of our own hands, we take we take some kind of the seeds there in our palm, and directly we spread on the field. That we have seen in the songs also, some patriotic songs we can see. So that kind of the thing is done in the, you can say, in the manual method. But that method is not very much sufficient because it affects our production. Next is the seed drill method. And that seed drill method, it is very much important for all of us. Why? because it is generally asked in the exams. See, let me draw the diagram of the seed drill, then only you will understand it. See, what is the seed drill method? Seed drill is a very much modern method. It is a machine method, modern method. Seed drill. Seed drill. What is the meaning of drill? Drilling means digging. Drilling means digging the soil particles. So what is there in the seed drill method? Seed drill is a very much modern method. It is a machinery method, and what kind of, it is same like the cultivator, but some arrangements are, it is also driven by the tractor. It is also driven by the tractor, you can say. This kind of the arrangement will be there. See, in the seed drill method, one funnel shaped bowl. This kind of the arrangement is there for containing, and these are containing large amount of seeds. You can say there are so many seeds. So in the seed drill method, what kind of the arrangement? One funnel shaped bowl will be there, wherever we can put large amount of the seeds, and after that this bowl is connected to the so many narrow pipes. These bowls are connected to so many narrow pipes and having the sharper edges. In the book only you will see the proper diagram. Here I am just making for explaining. See, so these kind of arrangements are there. Means what is the basic arrangement? One funnel set bowl will be there, which contain large amount of the seeds, and after that these all the pipelines are hollow, narrow and hollow pipelines will be there. From there some seeds goes down, and whenever these seeds are goes down, so here you can see at the end some sharper edges are there. And with the help of these sharper edges, these seeds they goes in the deeper area of the soil, in the deeper region of the soil. And you can see there are so many pipelines, meaning is that so many seeds we can grow. And it will contain the proper spacing between the seeds also. So what kind of the things that we are expecting means for maintaining the proper spacing in between the seeds. Actually we want to grow so many seeds during the time interval. So this all the things will be managed by this. So what is seed drill? Tractor. Tractor. So what is seed drill? Seed drill is a modern method for sowing the seeds. It is a very sufficient method. It does not consume the time, and by using the seed drill method we can sow the large amount of seeds during the time interval. And how it is, what kind of the arrangement? Here the funnel shaped bowl will be there, which contain the large amount of the seeds, and it is attached with the narrow pipelines, you can see. And these narrow pipelines, they all have the sharper edges at the end. These sharper edges, what is the use of these sharper edges? These sharper edges for digging the soil particle, so that these seeds must go directly in the deeper region of the soil. And if this soil goes at the deeper region of the soil, so it contain is proper spacing also. It maintain the proper spacing between the seeds. Second thing, all the seeds they are actually safe from the birds. Otherwise what happens, sometimes if you are generally spreading the seeds here and there, so it is eaten by the rats, it is eaten by the birds. So this problem is also going to be eliminated here. And if the seeds goes in the deeper area, so it will get the proper spacing for the respiration of the roots. It will get the good moisture level. It will get the earthworm which supports the growing of the crops. So all the condition is going to be fulfilled. Our third thing is the manure and fertilizer. What is the, I am going to drop the board. Okay. Our third step is the manures and fertilizer. And that is the very important topic, manure and fertilizer. If we talk about the manure, what is manure actually? Manure is prepared by, see, manure is prepared by animal and plant waste. Animal and plant waste at the field. And it is done by the microorganisms. So our third step is adding manure and fertilizer. What is the manure here? Manure is nothing. Manure is prepared by the animal and plant waste where at the field. It is a organic substance. It is a organic substance. What is the meaning of organic? It is a organic substance. The meaning of organic substance is that it contains carbon and hydrogen. Okay, and these are the natural substance because it is an organic substance and it is a natural substance. So it is an organic substance prepared by the animal and plant waste at the field. It is done by the microorganisms like fungi, bacteria, and they convert all the waste material into the good manure. What are the types of manure? There are the two types of manure. First is the green manure and second is the compost. One is the green manure and second is the compost. This green manure is new for you. What is there? This green manure is nothing. It is same like plants. What is done? This green manure, it is generally grown inside the field. It is grown on the field, and when they are grown and when they acquire the sufficient length and height, after that it is uprooted. इसको उखाड़ दिया जाता है. It is uprooted and they are spread here and there. And what happens? They are mixed with the soil and finally they converted into the green manure. And what is the compost? Compost already we have seen. What is there? We dig a pit. We dig a big kind of the pit where at the field, and we put all kind of the plant waste and animal waste. All kind of the plant waste and animal waste like cow dung, like some dry leaves, parts of the plants, that like bones of the animals, all the things, all the biodegradable waste we generally put inside the pit, and it is covered. We add some water also, and with the help of the microorganisms, some microorganisms, they are present inside the pit. They work over there and they convert that complex matter into the simpler matter, and in this way we get the compost. This compost is very much useful. Why? Because it is a biodegradable, because it is a environment friendly. It does not cause any kind of the pollution, and as it is a organic manure, and that's why it is known as organic agriculture. Whenever you are using this particular compost, it is known as organic agriculture. So this is all about the manure. Actually in the exam one hit question is asked, that is the difference. Give the difference between manure and fertilizer. So that also I will discuss here. See, right now this is all about the manure. We have to discuss about the fertilizer also. What is the fertilizer? It is just the opposite of the manure. For example, here we are talking about manure is a natural substance, but fertilizer, it is an artificial substance. It is prepared by human beings. Fertilizer is a artificial substance. It is prepared by the human beings. Where? At the factories. If you are talking about the fertilizer, so it is a non-organic substance. What is the meaning of non-organic? Non-organic means which are not containing carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So it is a non-organic substance, but it is also very much important for the growth of the plant. Second, it is prepared at the factories. It is prepared in the factories. Third thing, it contains the chemicals. it contains the chemicals, and as it contains the chemicals, so it is not environment friendly. Okay, it causes some kind of the pollution like water pollution. And fertilizers actually it defines according to the nutrients. It provides the nutrients to our soil, some kind of the nutrients to the soil. For example, nitrogen, for example, phosphorus. Sometimes it contains the what you can say, potassium. So what kind of the things that I have written here: nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. These are the some kind of the organic, non-organic, some kind of the non-organic nutrients, and which are going to be very much useful for the growth of the plants. And according to this particular nutrient, they are classified as, for example, nitrogenous fertilizer. If you are talking about the nitrogenous fertilizer, so what is nitrogenous fertilizer? The kind of the fertilizer wherever the chief element is nitrogen, is present as a nutrient, a plant nutrient, so it is known as the nitrogenous fertilizer. What are the examples? Like urea, like ammonium nitrate. These two examples you learn. Urea and ammonium nitrate, these are the fertilizer category. But what kind of the fertilizer? They are the nitrogenous fertilizer. Why? Because their chief part is the nitrogen. They provide the nitrogen kind of the what you can say, nitrogen element to the soil, and which is very much important for the growth of the plant. Second is the phosphoric fertilizer. If you are talking about the phosphoric kind of the fertilizer, so what is it? Phosphoric fertilizer meaning is what? Which chief nutrient is the phosphorus? What is the symbol of phosphorus? P. What is the symbol of nitrogen? N. So the kind of the fertilizer which are providing the phosphorus content to the roots of the plant, it is known as phosphoric fertilizer. If I have to give the example, so learn the example also. It is also given in the book in the detail. Phosphoric fertilizer means, for example, ammonium phosphate. So very easy. Here I have taken the example ammonium nitrate for the nitrogenous fertilizer. Here we can take the example of ammonium phosphate for the phosphoric fertilizer. Some other differences also we can talk. Right now, I have to discuss what are the basic difference between manure and fertilizer. Manure are the organic substance, fertilizer are the non-organic substance, or you can say inorganic substance. In place of saying non-organic, you can say inorganic. In the higher classes, you have to study about the organic chemistry and inorganic. Manure are the natural substance, but fertilizer, they are the human-made substance. They are prepared at the field. So two differences. What are some of the examples of the manure? Examples of the manure are green manure and compost. What are the examples of the fertilizer? So many examples I have written, like urea, ammonium phosphate, ammonium nitrate, potash also. You can say potash. Okay, these are some of the examples of the fertilizer. Manures are the environment friendly. They don't cause any kind of the pollution to the environment. What about the fertilizers? Fertilizer cause the pollution to the environment. They are not environment friendly. They are not supporting the environment. What about the, you can say manure? Manure add the humus to the soil. Manure add humus to the soil, and which is very important for the growth of the plant. And fertilizer, they don't give any kind of the what you can say, humus to the soil. What about the manure? Manure are very cheaper. They are present at the lower cost. But what about the fertilizer? Fertilizer are very much costly. We have to spend bigger amount of money. But what about the manure? Manure provide so many nutrients to the plants. But what about the fertilizer? Fertilizer provide only some special kind of the nutrients to the soil. You can say, so for example, nitrogen. So nitrogenous fertilizer, for example, phosphorus. So phosphorus kind of the fertilizer. So this is all about it. Later on we will discuss some other remaining agriculture activities. Till then, meet you soon. Thank you.